Hey guys, Scripted, we're here with another video, and we're going to review Star Wars Theory's Vader 2. So he did a Vader 1, Shards of the Past. I think it was 2018, so 8 years ago, he made this fan film. And there were things about it I thought were kind of cool. I did like the Palpatine manipulating him with Padme stuff, and and the way her eyes switch to the Sith eyes, and then his voice comes out of her. I thought some of that stuff was kind of clever, and it wasn't spectacular by any means, and it was a fan film, and I appreciate fan films, even when they're bad in a way. Not that it's bad, but I appreciate fan films because somebody's taking the time and effort, and there were things about it I thought were pretty good. And now he's done a second one here. It's taken him a long time. This is 8 years ago. And so just before we go forward, so in the first one, after this whole thing with Palpatine, and Palpatine basically showing dominance over him, and Vader still sort of hugely affected by Padme and all this stuff. Which, by the way, I'm mixed on that whole scenario. I like Anakin, like sort of the whole I've moved on now thing, because this takes place 8 months after the Revenge of the Sith, after the Order 66. So this is now, I think, 9 months, like a month later. I don't know, something like that. We'll see here. But at the end of the first one, of Vader 1, he's sent by Palpatine to Naboo to deal with somebody with a certain colored lightsaber. It's obviously Mace Windu. I don't think he says it's purple. He says it's, what's the other word for purple? I'm trying to remember. Not magenta, that's like a pink. Anyways, it doesn't matter. So you understand that it's Mace Windu. Vader flies there, lands, and is walking around, and then the clone commander guy is like, oh, there's somebody down there, something like that. And then Vader's like, oh, we'll send in the 501st Division, which is EU material, in terms of that's who Vader brought around with him to deal with these guys. So he does that here at the end of the first one. And so let's watch the second one, see what's going on, and we'll go from there. And I'm going to be completely objective here. Like I said at the beginning, I do appreciate, whether I like this or not, I do appreciate people taking the time to do this. It's fun. And we'll see where he's coming from with this. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Non-profit film is dedicated to George Lucas. Okay. And all the Star Wars fans. 8 months after the rise of the Galactic Empire, the galaxy trembles in the wake of the Emperor's new apprentice, Darth Vader. Before we go any further, can I just say something? This red on black thing that they did, I think they did it for the Acolyte as well. It's dumb. It's one thing in a YouTube thumbnail when you've got like 4 words and they're taking up half the canvas and they're huge and bright. But in design classes and stuff and graphic design, you rarely want to see red on black because it's hard to see. Again, unless it's like something where it's huge and clear. So right off the hop here, it's small writing and it's not even really a bright red. So that's a criticism. I'm sorry, but it should have just been yellow. It would have made way more sense and looked better. Anyway, so 8 months after the Galactic Empire, the galaxy trembles in the wake of the Emperor's new apprentice, Darth Vader. On the planet Naboo, near the tomb of Padme Amidala, rumors of a powerful Jedi have surfaced. Lord Vader and a squad of the 501st Troopers are dispatched to purge the area, but beneath the Dark Lord's armor, the ghost of Anakin Skywalker still stirs. And I will say before we go into this too, in the first one, in Vader, whatever it was called, Shards of the Past, Palpatine brings up the fact that, you know, you got to go to Naboo, and, you know, I know there's going to be memories, essentially. I'm paraphrasing, but anyway, that's all part of the whole thing. Okay, but it's important to understand, though, he's already there at the end of the first one, and it sounded like he was waiting. He was going to call the 501s to join him. That's how the ending plays out. And actually, he says that, and then he looks down a hole in the floor in the palace, and you can see, you know, blaster lights, and you can hear a lightsaber, and dudes are dying and stuff like that. Okay. Graphically good. I mean, pretty good looking. Hard to argue that. Camera shake there. That was all right. Okay. Okay, so I'm assuming this was the commander at the end of the first one that Vader was talking about. Did I get something wrong here, though? Wait a minute, because I'm pretty sure in the first one... Okay, no, it doesn't say anything about the timeline. Okay, so everything's cool. All right. So, yeah, so this is obviously the guy that... The commander and guy that Vader said we're going to call the 501. Okay. I mean, it looks pretty good. Like, graphically, it looks alright so far. Nice job with the rain.
Good luck, boys.
I do have a question here, though. So, like, Vader was already there. So, wouldn't he go down there with them? What's he doing right now? That's weird. Okay.
Saber Cats. The Jedi is here.
No, they got the voice right for the clones. Okay, that was all right. And I was worried there for a second it was gonna be blood. But he's like, no, it's saber cuts. Okay, so it's like a burnt thing. Okay, good. I was a little concerned there.
Command, we've entered the tunnels. Thermals on, men. Stay sharp. Sir, any response from Lord Vader yet? He's on his way. Stay focused, soldier.
Okay, so he's on his way. Stay focused. What is he doing? I guess maybe he's he decided to go check out Padme's tomb or something. That's going to be like a flashback, or they'll show it at some point here. I don't know. Why else would you do this on Naboo if you weren't going to involve some sort of Padme thing? And then you had the Padme thing in the first one. So I guess maybe he's off doing that. But I mean, I don't understand why you would have these dudes just doing this by themselves. You know, Mace Windu's there. In the first one, you can hear him just mowing down stormtroopers or clone troopers, and he kind of lets it happen, and then he says he's waiting for these guys, but then he's not there when they arrive, and he's letting them go down there alone. Like, I don't know. That seems kind of dumb. Like, you're a war guy. You're Anakin. You've been involved in this stuff. That seems like a counterproductive move. You should probably go down there with them, right? Like, because they're just going to get slaughtered now anyway. It's a little strange. He's off eating an Eskimo pie somewhere or whatever.
How many, sir? Folks mentioned it was just the one Jedi. All of this for just one Jedi.
Mace Windu.
He's a master. Mace Windu.
Mace Windu.
I heard he crushed a battalion of droids with his bare hands. Who cares who he is? He'll die like the rest.
Doesn't he do that in Tartovsky's
Hold.
Clone Wars? Crushes the droids?
We've got tracks. Stack up.
I mean, again, it looks decent. Like, graphically, no complaints. I just don't understand why Vader's not there. Okay, there's Vader. So he did do kind of the symbolism of, like, Vader's power there. Like, so the clone troopers had to winch down, or zip line down, whatever you want to call it, and he just jumped. And he didn't use the Force or anything. And okay, so it's like it's Vader. Okay. I mean, that's fine. You should probably get moving there, Anakin. I mean, you're just standing around. Why are you standing around? Your guys are down there. This was the job that you were sent to do. He's just standing there. What are you doing, bro? Like, you join your guys so they don't all get murdered, bruh. I get the aura farming, but aura farming has become way too much of a thing. Like, you know, it started off as kind of funny, like in the 90s comedies and stuff. They'd always have the slow motion walking, you know, somebody would trip and it'd be kind of funny or whatever. Then it got into, like, now we're at, like, the Odyssey, Agamemnon. He doesn't even say anything, and he's just standing there with his superhero armor on, and it's getting a little out of hand. Let's go, Vader. You have a job to do. Like, you're a very deliberate guy. You go and you do your job. I don't remember Vader doing a whole bunch of just standing around when there was something important to take care of. Plus, you're late. He's moving real fast there. It's an interesting way he's walking. I mean, it's fine. You know, it's... had his chest out pretty heavy there. It's like the Elon Musk, the barrel chest. Whatever. That's not really that big of a concern. It still looks pretty good. Like, the graphics are good. You can't really... And at least now he's, you know, moving with some urgency. Sounds like Padme's voice or something. So he's delayed So first he's late. Well, no, first he allows his commander to send them in without him. Then he's late, and now he's seeing visions and hearing Padme sounds. I think this is his way of writing in the fact that he wasn't there to protect these guys and they're all going to get killed. I mean, if that's what happens, I don't think that's a good way of doing it. Find another way. Like, that's kind of... He's late. Like, anyway, whatever.
They're gone. What are your orders, sir? Clear the area. Stay frosty.
Clear.
I mean, it looks cool. Like, the palace looks good. I'm just questioning.
Command, come in.
Some of the...
First suite is clear. Affirmative. Over and out.
Trooper down.
Here we go. Okay, wait, though. That was a blue lightsaber. So unless Mace Windy is using a blue one now? I guess that's possible. He did go flying out the window. We'll get into that too. I want to discuss the whole Mace Windu being in this thing too. But I mean, if he couldn't, he got his arm cut off. I mean, it stands to reason he'd be using a different lightsaber. I mean, sure, that's cool with me.
Stop.
Oh, it's not him. It's some other rando.
Cease fire. Cease fire.
Who is that? Can I just say, whoever this is, remember in Revenge of the Sith, when they were executing Order 66, there's only so much pushback they can give. Like, Ki-Adi-Mundi tried a bit and failed. There's just too many of them. Now, I do understand that they caught them off guard. I don't know. I mean, can any Jedi just take on like a ton of dudes? I don't know. I feel like there needs to be a limit. You know what I mean? Like, if there's 20 clone troopers, I think, and they're all blasting you, you should die. That's my personal opinion. But whatever. Okay. Anyways, let's see who this is. I don't know.
Fall back. Sir,
What do you mean? There he is.
Bro, why are there so many guys? Why are there so many dudes, dude? I was fully expecting this to be like Mace Windu versus Vader. That's what the first one, hyped you up for. I'm getting Acolyte vibes, man. That's too much, dude. Like, what are they all doing there? What is going on? What are they doing there? And they're on Palpatine's home planet. And on the first one, Palpatine says he senses a disturbance. He sensed that Mace Windu was there. Why are they on Naboo? What are they doing? Why are there so many of them? What is this? Oh, this is not what I expected. Okay, well, let's see what happens.
Fall back! Covering fire!
Okay, so I mean, it's not one of them doing it. It's like a whole pile of them doing it. So, I mean, I guess in that sense, it kind of fits with what I would think, that if there's only one Jedi, there's just way too many clone troopers for her to deal with them. Are these CGI Jedi? Bro, these are all CGI. I thought the first one, it was live actors. They had the guy playing Palpatine. Flawed, but, you know, he was a live action actor. Why did he go... This looks like a scene in a video game. Like, this looks like a cutscene. I mean, for a cutscene in a video game, it looks alright. I mean, whatever. But why didn't he use real actors for this? And isn't Nick Gillard doing the choreography? So Nick Gillard's doing the choreography like CGI? That's weird. I thought with Nick Gillard being the choreography guy, who he did like the prequels, right? I thought they would have live action actors, and then combined with the fact that there was live action actors, even Padme in the first one was a live action. I understand like CGIing the clones, but that's an interesting decision. Is that cheaper? Like, he said he didn't AI this, so was that cheaper? And it took him 8 years. Was that cheaper than just hiring real actors? I wanted real actors for this. I've seen fan films where they use real actors. There's fan films that have won awards that have used real actors. That was a weird... I don't like that decision. Feels like this is all just to delay Vader. Wait. That was it? If he's having this, like, trauma PTSD moment over Padme, I thought he would have went a little further than just a bunch of fire and looking around. That's weird. I also will mention, this just dawned on me watching this. In the first one, at the very end, when Vader's looking down the hole and all those clone troopers are getting murdered, why didn't he go by himself down there and just deal with it? Why did he tell the guy to wait for the 501st? It kind of makes him seem like a wuss bag. You would think Vader would have absolutely no issues just taking on Mace Windu. Or whoever this Jedi is, right? I mean, Palpatine told him it was Mace Windu, essentially. So, why didn't he just go and deal with it then? What was the purpose of the waiting? And now it's more just... resources, clones getting killed while he's standing around. And if you're gonna have this vision and whatever of him standing around, I thought it would be something bigger than just hearing her making sounds, not even really talking, and then just some fire. I don't know. I just don't like the motivations here. They just seem totally out of whack. And again, like, waiting for your troopers so they can go do the job for you while you're late and not doing anything, that sounds very wussbag to me. It's just kind of weird.
Jedi tricks won't work on me.
Jedi tricks? Oh, so that wasn't a vision? It was somebody... He thinks some Jedi did that? I don't understand. So Jedi now can, like, make Darth Vader get caught up in the moment of, like, fake flames around him and stuff? I thought it was kind of crappy that it was even just a PTSD Padme thing, but that makes it even worse if that's what it is. Oh, man. It's Theory, what are you doing, dude? This is like... Oh, man. It's just a lot of Jedi. There's a Wookiee. Ill-advised green lightsaber on the Wookiee. See, my whole thing is, like, you don't want to do anything that reminds people of the Acolyte. And the group of Jedi with the lightsabers, the greens, the blues, and the yellows, and then you got a Wookiee with the green. You don't want to remind people of the Acolyte. Like, it looks cool and stuff, although, again, it's like a cutscene from a video game. I'm disappointed it's not live action, actually. But don't remind me of the Acolyte, bro. What were you thinking with this? Oh, no. It should have just been Mace Windu versus Vader. That would have been so much cooler, man. What are they all doing there? Why go to all that trouble? Just kill the guy, man. He's a stormtrooper, for Pete's sake. And this is where it feels like a cutscene from a video game. Because in video games, everything's more exaggerated, obviously, right? Like, you think about, like I don't mind the Jedi games, but if I ever saw a Jedi in, like a movie do what Cal does, it would be retarded. Like, he jumps, force push through the air, force sidestep onto a wall, run along the wall, force jump, push again, and then force flip while you're in the air, and then that's just, you're getting into, you know, I don't mind a little bit of, like, jumping a little further here, softening your landing here, but the video game stuff, so that's what this feels like, a cutscene. Like, that was so unnecessary, and you're leaving yourself vulnerable. It's a clone trooper, bro. Just go over and kill him. Like, what are you wasting your time lifting him up, going through this whole big thing? I mean, again, it looks like they put a lot of time and effort into this. I'm not knocking it, like I said at the beginning. I mean, I still appreciate people doing this, but I think he could have saved a lot of money by keeping it a lot simpler. And he could have saved a lot of time, too. I don't think it would have taken 8 years if it had just been a more simple scenario here. He still hasn't reached them. He's still catching up.
That's close enough. We have you outnumbered.
Apologies, Lord Vader. Wait.
Silence! Where are you keeping the Jedi?
Where are you keeping the Jedi? Okay, so is that supposed to be in reference to why they're on Naboo then? Because there's a bunch of Jedi being held there? Okay. And I guess he'd have to explain how these guys would even know that. Is that what that means? Or is it like, where are they in, like, another place? There needs to be a little more explanation as to the motivations for all these things. Like, why are they here? Oh, they're looking for Jedi? Okay, so, like, if they know the Jedi are there, wouldn't it have been cooler to have them be found? Like, have Mace Windu on a mission to help them escape, and then maybe you have all these Jedi because he helped them escape, which creates that Vader Windu conflict later on. I don't know.
You cannot bargain with Vader.
So everybody's dead. That's cool. So now we'll get Mace Windu. What?
He killed them.
So these Jedi survived multiple thermal detonators going off in their face. Wasn't that the moment to move on from this? I don't know. And it's been, what, 8 months? You should know that Vader's not... Well, maybe they just didn't know. I don't know. Whatever. They should all be dead. Like, it's... Whatever.
He killed them all.
What are we waiting for? Let's take him!
Patience, Vero. Don't underestimate him.
I'm telling you, man, if they have a fight here, it's going to be Acolyte vibes. Acolyte, there's so many times where that stranger guy could have been stabbed and they have to move off to the side. It's too many guys. I think Nick Gillard said that, actually. He said it's very difficult. He said even the 2-on-1 he had in the Phantom Menace was very difficult. I think he did a pretty good job. There's a couple times if you really slow it down, but overall it's as good as probably you're going to get. And it helped that he had the double-bladed lightsaber. But if there had been a third Jedi, Darth Maul would have been just toast. So, but Nick Gillard knows that, so this seems weird. By the way, I'm also surprised at the choices of the Jedi. I was looking at the Purge comic book, of like the graphic novel version. It's got like whatever 4 comics in it. There's some way cooler Jedi aliens in that. In fact, one of them is used in the Shadow Lord show. The little green guy, he's in that. That's kind of where they ripped it off from. But there's other ones that are pretty cool too. Different looking aliens and stuff. Not totally like exclusively humanoid, but whatever. I mean, that's a nitpick. But I was kind of half expecting him to use some of the Jedi from something like that because it's a reference. But whatever.
Stick to the plan. Remember your training.
Your feelings make you powerful.
Murderer.
Don't give in to him.
Shall I inform you of how I took the youngling's life?
So he's working on that guy. Maybe he's trying to get him to be an Inquisitor. Maybe. If you guys know anything about me and my taste, I can't stand the Inquisitors at all. I think they suck. So hopefully that's not what this is.
Sir, all vitals for our men have just gone offline. Captain Phoenix, send in your troops. On our way, Commander. Reinforcements are on their way, my lord.
That's Palpatine. You could hear it in the music. That's definitely Palpatine. You heard the just lightly in the background. Okay. So Palpatine wants an update. Well, sir, Darth Vader was late to the party. He was off doing something we don't know, and we sent the 501st down anyway. They're all killed. And Vader showed up late, and now he's trying to deal with the Jedi. It's just, I don't know, man.
Hero, stop.
Okay, so why are all the other Jedi just standing there? Like, if they don't know who this guy is, and they don't know how powerful he is, then why are they being so hesitant when there's so many of them? Like, Buddy was so sure that, oh, we're outnumbered. Okay, well, he just used the Force to blow up some thermal detonators. He didn't, like, show you much else, so why are you all standing there? Okay, that makes me happy. Okay, I don't like all these stupid Jedi, but okay. They didn't do the he has a lightsaber duel against 15 Jedi nonsense. Okay, so credit for that. They didn't do the dumb thing that they did in the Acolyte, and okay, well, we can live with that.
Move in to intercept.
Do you sometimes get the like it's very video game-ish. Part of Vader's appeal to me was he was really strong in the Force, but he was also extremely hard to kill. What I mean by that is, like, defensively, he's really difficult to deal with. Like, it's very hard to gain an advantage on him. But, like, the flicking Jedi around, like, they should have at least some acumen, right? They should have some resistance. These are trained Jedi. He's just flicking them around like it's nothing. It's a little too much. Again, it's very cutscene, video gamey. It doesn't feel live action. It isn't. It's CGI. So it just feels cutscene video game to me. And some of the exaggerations about stuff, and even that, like I said earlier, that other Jedi going out of his way to do some sort of major feat in the Force with with a stupid clone trooper. So anyway, whatever.
I'm sorry, brother.
Do something, dude.
Press the attack.
Why isn't he doing anything?
The Jedi will keep you weak.
Oh, okay, so maybe he is working on this guy, trying to recruit him to be, an Inquisitor or something. Okay. That's corny. The dog's bark. My neighbor's dog's barking. I gotta go shut the window. Sorry about that. Yeah, so it looks like he's working on him. Okay. I don't know. Just purge him, bro. That's what your job is.
I'll never betray them.
Why did he... It's so cutscene video gamey. I don't know. It's like the golden lightsaber. Was it supposed to be orange?
Don't move, Jedi. I expected more.
Once again, at least he, made it so the Jedi can't take on 500 clone troopers at the same time. Okay, well, I mean, there's that. What is Vader doing right now? He's literally just standing there.
Form up.
dragging out now, man. Like, let's move on. Where's Mace Windu? What are we doing here? Like, if you're not gonna recruit them to be one of your stupid Inquisitors, then what are you doing, dude? It's more aura farming. Got it. It's just, dude. It's just like, look at him walking around all slow. Look at him. Vader was always deliberate, man. He dealt with it when he had to deal with stuff. This is very. Vader was not an aura farmer. He didn't like walk around and stare at people. Like, even as Anakin, he didn't do that. It's just aura, Agamemnon. Anytime. What is he doing? Bro, the Balrog! The Balrog! It's a reverse Balrog, so instead of the flames shooting through the pillars, it's a shadow. It's the reverse Balrog! Oh, snap! Oh, snippity snaps. Okay, so obviously he survived that. If Vader survived that in live action, I'm done. Like, that's ridiculous. This is a video game cutscene. So, okay. That's like a... How many tons do you think... Like, he's crushed, right? He's dead. Sorry, like, if you wanted to... You know, I know Star Wars is fantasy and stuff, but that's... No, like, if that ever happened, you're dead. Like, I'm sorry. But because it's a video game cutscene, I guess he's going to survive. Are we going to get to the fight here? It's 16 minutes in. And I'm assuming that was Mace Windu that did that. Is this like a thing in this where like the high-powered dudes are late to the party? Where was Mace Windu this whole time when all these other Jedi were dying? Was he just sitting back there? What was he doing? What was he doing? Why are they even there? What was he doing? He literally was back there in the dark watching all of his buddies die. Also, what's with the shiny goldness on his cloak? Like, that's Acolyte stuff. Don't remind us of the Acolyte theory. Why does he have gold things on his... He didn't have that in Revenge of the Sith. Oh, no. And he's got some kind of, like, armor on his legs. Like, his arm got cut off. I don't remember... Like, if he survived, he must have used the Force to, like, protect himself from, like, hammering onto the ground on Coruscant. So why would he need... Whatever. I just don't understand the gold. I mean, what was he doing that whole time?
Lost him! What the? It's not me! No, no, no! I can't move! Die, Jedi!
another lightsaber bolt caught in the air. This is like this is kind of the problem with, and I hate to pick on him because he's doing something he really wants to do, and he took a lot of time and energy to do it. I still appreciate that, but this is kind of indicative of where Star Wars is now, where the story beats don't make sense. We don't understand people's motivations. We don't know why people are late to the party. We don't know anything about any of these characters. And yet we're supposed to be invested because look at the cool thing we did with the lightsaber. Look at the cool thing we did with the blaster bolt. Look at Vader's force powers. Look at all... It's all very superficial. And even in like a video game scene like this, there's story behind it. So, you know, you're because of the game leading up to, for example, if this was a cutscene in a game, you would likely have understood who these Jedi were, what they were doing there, what their motivations were, the purpose for this whole thing going on. But this is very indicative of a lot of Star Wars right now, where it lacks in the depth of character and story, and then tries to get the viewer to be amazed by like aura farming and action stuff and over the top force usage, and hoping that we'll forget about what's actually going on here, which is the more important thing, because you could have the best, like he could have done this all in live action and had the best graphics and had the best everything there is, but I would still be sitting here saying, what's with the story? And on the flip side, even though he didn't go live action, and even though I think that was a mistake, and even with all the over-the-top force powers and kind of stupidness, if the story and motivations and characters were doing things that made sense, I can get over that. I'm at the point now where I just want good stories with Star Wars. All this other flashy crap, I don't even care anymore, because the stories are stupid. And this story doesn't add up. Like, even when he did the I guess he thought there was a reason to do the opening red letter thing for people who hadn't seen the first one. But if you saw the first one, you didn't need that anyway. But even if, like, but he did do that, why didn't he just put a quick blurb about what the Jedi were doing there? You know, like, if it is that there's captive Jedi there, you know, Mace Windu and a team of survivors are looking for Jedi that or they received information of captive Jedi on Naboo and are planning to help them escape. Done. Now we understand everybody's motivations. We get it. That still doesn't fix Vader and Windu late to the party, dumb, aura farming crappiness. But at least, like, you know, at least there's something there. Like, what is he wearing? He was wearing like regular robes in the prequels. Now he's got like leg armor and acolyte golden thing underneath and Theory. Why did you make those choices, dude? You were the guy who like hated the acolyte. Why are you reminding the viewers of the acolyte, man? Why would you do that, dude? Oh, man.
Traitors to the Empire!
Another thing I just want to mention, if Vader isn't dead, which he isn't, what's taking him so long? Like, if he's hurt enough that he can't just get up and keep fighting, then he should be dead, shouldn't he? So what, the 50-ton thing lands on you and you just kind of, it takes you a few minutes to figure it out, but you still are alive? Like, what? It's just kind of weird.
Jedi.
Don't let up! Hold them back!
What were the other clone troopers doing? There was another guy standing right beside them. Why didn't he shoot her when she was... Oh, man. I don't know what to think of this, man. Mace Windu. Flicking dudes. Okay, before we go any further here, I think he might talk. I suspect. I don't like people coming back to life in Star Wars. I don't like Palpatine doing it. I don't like Darth Maul doing it. I don't like anybody doing it. I think it's stupid. I think once you're dead, you're dead. Once you get stabbed, you're dead. All these Disney people getting stabbed and surviving, Reva and Sabine, and that whatever that supposed to be the Inquisitor, but really wasn't guy, the Grand Inquisitor guy. The only character, and I've mentioned this before in a video about Mace Windu like a couple years ago, of all the characters and the way that they died, the only one for me that made sense that he could possibly return, albeit, possibly injured or possibly, whatever, was Mace Windu. Because ultimately, we've seen arms get cut off. The wound is cauterized. He wasn't stabbed in any of his general necessary organ areas. The same thing happened to Anakin. Saw it with Luke. On and on. So I always was of the idea that he was really the only one that kind of made sense. Because, okay, he gets electrocuted, but he goes out the window. He's still potentially alive. We don't see him technically die. And he is a Jedi, and maybe he gets, lucky and lands on something that doesn't automatically kill, or he uses the Force to slow his fall or something like that. Like, he was the only guy who you were like, maybe he could have survived that. And they've just decided, like, Disney's just decided, no, we're not doing that. We're going to have all these other weird characters that nobody cares about survive. So on that end, I do support what he's doing with Mace Windu here, in the sense that I think it would have been kind of cool for him to be alive. And the idea that you could have some sort of interaction with him and Darth Vader after everything that went down, being that him surviving is somewhat believable, I feel like the fact they didn't do that is a waste. Again, every decision they make is dumb. Anyways, let's see what happens here. Like, this took forever to get going. It's 18 minutes in. Like,
What's the situation? Anybody? Come in! Blast!
We need more men.
No. Lord Vader will prove his worth.
wait. Remember earlier when Vader could have went down, or in the first one, when Vader could have went down the hole and fight whoever it was that was down there, and then he decided not to and wait for the 501 while he was already there, and then was late and let them go down first. And now you have Palpatine being like, no, he needs to do it himself. Like, what is going on here? What is going on? Like, because the whole point was he was supposed to go do this thing. Again, I go back to the very beginning. The whole 50 million Jedi, acolyte-looking Jedi, that whole thing should have been thrown out. He should have just went exclusively with, he's looking for Mace Windu. That's who he's looking for. That's who he was sent to find. And he could have made that a lot easier, a lot cheaper, a lot quicker, like I said earlier. And you could have had, a scene of Vader looking for Mace Windu, gets distracted, senses Padme's tomb, and because he's distracted with that, he's caught off guard. Mace Windu gets a lick in, right? Weakens him, And then you could have a back and forth fight that's really believable because Anakin's been weakened. This was a very easy out in terms of the story. It would have been better, too. I don't care about all these randos. I don't even know why they're there. And Palpatine just said it was him that was supposed to deal with this stuff. Oh, no.
Or be replaced.
Yeah, he has to do it himself or he'll be replaced. Exactly. How does Mace Windu look more rich and more, like, hoity-toity after being thrown out the window than he did before when he was on the Jedi Council? Anyway. Oh, he just... Okay, he's chill, dude. 50 million ton rocks fell on him.
Master Windu, you survived.
Surprised.
You could have stayed hidden, but instead you have once again brought more Jedi to their doom.
I will give you one chance, Skywalker.
Dude, that sounded exactly like Lando. Listen to that again. His voice sounds like Lando.
I will give you one chance, Skywalker.
It sounds like Lando. It's Lando. It's Mace Lando. It's land window.
Tell us where you are hiding the captured Jedi, and we may finish you quickly.
Okay, so there's... I have to assume these captured Jedi are on Naboo. Right? But then, why would they be on Naboo? That sounds very un-Emperor-like. Right? Like, if he's got these captured Jedi, why wouldn't he move them somewhere that's like impossible for anyone to get in? Like, we're gonna put them in the catacombs of the palace in Naboo. Like, if that's what this is, maybe like, I don't know how they're gonna explain this in 1 minute. Maybe they will. I don't know.
More Jedi deaths tonight will serve as a reminder of your failure.
Your dead wife and your mother will serve as yours.
Whoa! Bringing up Shmi. That's not very Mace Windu-like. Wasn't Anakin's fault Shmi had to deal with that. Was it? Some people would argue it's the Jedi's fault. But that was cold. Why would you say that, Windy? The wife one, I mean, that's kind of... But all you're really doing is making him more mad. The story is not fleshed out here. This is not... This way too much time with the stupid fighting and not enough time with fleshing out the characters and stuff. And again, why does Mace Windu have so much drip after having so much less in the prequels? Whatever. Duel of the Fates music, okay. Oh no, no, no. They are going to do a big fight with 15 on 1. Why does his lightsaber look pink? It's supposed to be purple. I know I'm nitpicking there, but shouldn't it be purple? And I just noticed the yellow lightsabers don't match you. This is like a... Wait, so you got yellow gold, I guess? Golden shower lightsaber? Why didn't you just have... Episode 3 will conclude this trilogy. Why didn't you just have Windu and Vader? Why did you need all these other stupid Jedi? That just wrecked it. So this was just basically a giant, like, the whole thing is the Windu Vader thing, starting from Vader 1. So this is just a giant ad for us to wait to see that, I guess, some point. With a whole bunch of Jedi we don't care about. Did we even get any of their names? Maybe one of them or something? What a waste. Theory. You should have just done Vader Windu. This just turned into a, like, pointless action fest. And he said that the third one has even more action. It's like constant fighting. Which tells me that all the third one's going to be is him fighting all these Jedi, I guess. And surviving. I don't know how they're going to choreograph that to make any sense, dude. Anyway, it just felt like a video game. Felt like a cutscene in a video game with nothing fleshed out whatsoever. It is our dream to deliver to the fandom, support the project at Theory Sabers. Oh, so if you buy a lightsaber, you're supporting his videos, I guess. Written, directed, and produced. I think their writing just wasn't very good. It sucked. There needed to be so much more time spent on that, and so much less time spent on, like I said, the aura farming and the look of things and the fighting. That was a huge mistake. Some of the voices weren't very good. Vader's voice was meh. Mace Windu sounded like Lando. Oh, my stupid dog. I don't know why he didn't go live action. I don't know why he did this weird CGI crap. Why did you do that, man? I'm still trying to understand why you did that. You had Nick Gillard. Like, maybe he was worried. Maybe he couldn't hire, like, stunt people or something that could do some of this stuff. Like, none of these Jedi really say or do a whole heck of a lot. So you could have hired, like, just really good, like, MMA guys or like karate people or whatever, and threw them in a suit and put them in makeup. Was it cheaper to CGI it? Maybe it was. Maybe that's why he did that. But it doesn't fit with the first one. That's one of the big disappointments for me. The music was okay. I mean, it's fine. Some of the visuals were okay, even though they were CGI. I mean, the CGI stormtroopers, that's fine. They were good. The voice for the clone guy was good. Very, very accurate. I don't know. Anyway, okay, whatever. Another Theory Sabers. Oh, man. I'm just going to finish with this. A lot of people on social media have been glazing this thing. I've noticed that. My personal opinion is I think people are so desperate right now that something like this that leaves a lot of stones unturned, a lot of disappointing character motivations, exaggerated force powers, video game style, pointless action in many cases just to titillate because it lacks story. I think even that now has gotten a lot of people excited and worked up. And I don't blame them because Disney Star Wars is so buried that anything now seems good. But I think if Star Wars was in a normal place, like not even a good place, if it was just in an average Joe place, people would look at this and think of it as kind of just, kind of meh, honestly. And I'm not saying that to knock the guy. I appreciate the time and effort he put in. I'm jealous in a way that he has those resources. I would love to be able to do something like my sequels reimagined look like crap most of the time. They tell a far superior story, but they look bad. So I'm actually kind of jealous in that sense. But so I appreciate anybody doing something like this. But this was, for me at least, kind of disappointing. I was expecting more. I was expecting better. I think he needs help with his writing. He needs somebody to step in. And even just how the writing impacts the action and all that. Like he needed to have a better writer. The massive plot hole of Vader not being there and taking his suite, and the same thing with Windu, just so you could aura farm. That is not good writing. Not fleshing out the motivations for the characters properly. Not having any scene of all the Jedi interacting, so we could learn maybe a little bit about them. I mean, all you would really need is like a 1-minute sequence of them standing around talking, and you could get at least some of their background or what they think about things. They all maybe have different personalities that maybe individuals could relate to. Maybe you have the arrogant guy. Maybe you have the person who's too soft-spoken and too forgiving. Maybe you know what I mean. Like you can flesh that out pretty easily in a quick conversation. The conversation could have even been like, hey, eventually they're going to find us here. And then they have a back and forth, and everyone has a different type of strategy and different type of personality. It actually would have been very easy to do in about a minute sequence. You could have taken a minute out of that fight scene and had those characters relate to people like me or the viewer, at least some of them or one of them or somebody. But there just wasn't any of that. It was just a video game fun cutscene, I guess. And that would be my number one criticism. Like, forget it again. Some of the way things looked was not very good either. But ultimately, he needs somebody to help him write better writing. This just wasn't well written at all, and Vader's behavior made no sense most of the time. And he should have toned it down to just Vader versus Windu. That should have been the main thing. And these other Jedi shouldn't really even have been there, because ultimately, if Mace Windu can find these Jedi that are imprisoned or whatever, he can get them out. He's Mace Windu. You didn't need all these people. That was just for flashy fighting, and disappointed indeed. But still appreciate somebody taking the time and doing this. You guys let me know in the comment section what you think. If you like this content, please like, subscribe. Always helps the channel. Feel free to check anything else on my channel. Have yourselves a very good day.